Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll come out throwing here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So here are the Vikings under 6-year head coach Mike Zimmer. They'll be So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on one of
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The open man here, Renfro. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 42. They'll set up a throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dwayne Harris, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Sliding out. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking.
And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And some room to work. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So we reach it, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Back to throw here. He may try and run for this. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Leo. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Richard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll drop the throw. Jones has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go, baby.
60 Pittsburgh.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
Let's go, buddy.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Deion Sanders is tight end, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And nothing there on the return. They got the... We are in the 4th and final quarter. Offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the draw, Richard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Jacobs now, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Richard, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. It's a screen to Richard, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such... Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the 1st-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 11. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. It's Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
2nd and 4. Drops this off to Richard. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT, and he's able to get it back to the 30. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. 2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good. Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was... Colts come after it, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. 20, 10, touchdown, Colts. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. Now, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go!
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The open man here, Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Got his man, it's Williams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller as the first. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air, being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 15 he goes. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams. Touchdown.
On the set.
3rd quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got an open man, it's Aikman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Big stop, big stop. Hey, Jet.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down now, Richard, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Caught by Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabal Sheard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's a screen to Richard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and he will take this all the way down to the 38. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Complete to Jones. A gain of 22.
Let's go.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Justin Houston able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this way.
Can Khalil Mack get his revenge? It's the coach. This is the start of Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's our first transatlantic game of the year, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders as a home team taking on their former All-Pro Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime. But first...
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check, 59.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He completes it to Jones. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 9 now. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
This is Richard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line is strong.
Oh my God.
we sat down with the coach. He said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Jones has it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. On first down, Jenkins. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll bite, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
This way.
And
What?
yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Forced out to his left. Giving 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an alley to run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now back to throw. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Down. 18 Gators. Right there. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And the touchdown all set up by the... And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And he can't.
Yeah. This one? Yeah. So that's her plan, Mom.
Okay, you guys need to talk a little bit more tomorrow about it, because I'm not just going to let you walk around town with no plan.
No, who's that?
Yeah. We'll visit a little bit tomorrow, then me and Monica will
He's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target in.
Stupid.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Welcome back now here in London. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. It's Aitman. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Deion Sims, his first. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw here. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's complete to Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw now on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. With his a lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bears, they boost their record up to a strong...
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down, escaping the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
10-2
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. That's on the Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle Trent Brown. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On second down, it's Jacobs, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Jacobs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's Williams on the catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and score. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage with Mike.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. The Packers have Tramon Williams back deep. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set. They're going to look to throw. It's a screen to Richard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
He'll drop to throw. This complete to Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. They'll find his running back here, Richard. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender. And
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll get this one out to the 50. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Switch. Out. Let's go. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here, being chased out left.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Steps away to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And they had a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy. Because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There's also some hope.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to...
It'll be intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll drop the throw, and that is incomplete.
Had open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. He'll look to throw, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. High throw, but the catch is made. Second year in Oakland for Walter after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Buying time to his left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now a carry for Jacobs, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Here's Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw, and he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Raiders, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston.